Good morning, boys and girls. Okay, so today you're going to finally write your conclusion to your research paper in your graphic organizer, and then we can start typing tomorrow. But I want you to pay attention to your Schoology page. Okay, this one is done before my lesson video because obviously I'm making it now. So go under the lesson video, and it says sources. Cut and paste this into your sources box. So here we read an article called The Ottawa, one called Ojibwa, one called Potawatomi, and then we watched some slideshows about the ancestors, archaeology, and the Anishibek. So we want to make sure we give our credit for our facts to the sources that we found them in. So I kind of wrote them out for you and I listed them. I made it very easy. I want you to highlight all of that. You're going to touch with your finger on your iPad screen. You're going to select that and then you're going to click copy. And then you are going to go to your graphic organizer. And that last page says sources. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to click paste. And look, my sources are in. And why do we want sources in there? Again, because we want to give credit to where we got our information from. Okay? Because those weren't our ideas for our research paper. We had to find out and learn about the Native Americans. All right. So once you do that, then you can do your conclusion paragraph. So in case you missed that, you're going to go into Schoology. Okay, into today's assignment, you're going to tap your screen and then you're going to extend that and highlight it so it highlights the whole thing. Click copy. Go back into Notability. Click on the text box in Sources. And then that box will come up and you're going to click paste. And then everything will go in there. Now, boys and girls, usually when you are writing, you cannot cut and paste someone's words, okay? So I want to make that very clear. Any of your paragraphs up here you could not get from the internet. You could not cut and paste. That would be plagiarism. That would be taking someone else's words. But the sources we wanted to list, and instead of making you type all those out, I decided to give those to you. And just to be very clear, we read an article, The Ottawa, the Ojibwa, the Potawatomi, and those articles I took from a book called Michigan Citizenship Collaborative Curriculum. It was written in 2010 to 2014. It took 4 years to write the curriculum, and it's by Oakland Schools, which are schools downstate. Okay, so that is where I got that. We want to give them credit. And then all those videos that I made with the slides, I actually got off the MDOT, the Michigan Department of Transportation website. So we want to give them credit too. Okay. Now we can write our conclusion. So you are going to want to split screen because, again, we will do this. We will do the main idea together. So our conclusion, you guys, you only need maybe 3 sentences, 3 to 5 sentences. It does not have to be very long. You're going to recap your paper, okay? So I might say, whoops, first of all, let's do this. You're going to click your space bar how many times? Good job, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the space bar because we want an indent. I'm going to say and I'm going to give a space. You're going to fill in your tribe that you're talking about. Lived long ago in Michigan. Use many natural resources. And had some special talents. And then I can go on to say maybe 1 or 2 sentences about those resources they used and the natural talents they had, just recapping what you wrote on top. You're not copying everything. I don't want to see all the details, just maybe 1 or 2. And you say, and that's how the Potawatomi lived long ago. Wrap it up. So it's just a very short conclusion paragraph. All right, so boys and girls, finish that paragraph today. Get your sources in that box. Go through and reread your entire graphic organizer from the top. I want you to start with your hook, your thesis sentence, life long ago, special talents, using Michigan's natural resources, and your conclusion. And as you read it, I want you to read it out loud and make sure that everything makes sense and that it all goes together and it sounds like a paper, okay? These are not notes. This is your pre-write. That way when we type our full paper, you can just start at the top and start typing. All right, so make sure that everything is nice and organized, and then go find a friend and have them read it and make sure that they think it's organized and that it makes sense too. And see if they can find any misspellings. Now, the last thing you need to do after you reread it and it makes sense and you do your fix-ups, I want you to go through and I want you to make sure a few things are capitalized, okay? Because there are a lot of proper nouns in your paper. Anytime you wrote the word Michigan, it should be capitalized. Anytime you wrote the name of your tribe, it should be capitalized. If you wrote the word 3 fires, it should be capitalized. If you wrote Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Ontario, any of the lakes, those should be capitalized. Okay? So go through and make sure your proper nouns are all capitalized, along with the beginning of your sentence and then punctuation at the end. All right, boys and girls, happy writing. Let's